Good afternoon and welcome to Mama Sue's Southern Kitchen. I didn't want to take a real long time today doing a cooking video because Harold and I are working all day, every day, getting cookbooks out. We really can get out anywhere between 80 and 100 a day. So don't give up. We're working. And I do know that there's going to be some that were at the end of ordering that will get theirs when the new order comes in, which should be within 3 weeks. So it's going to take us about 9 more days to get the ones we have here out, only being able to do so many a day. But y'all, I just want to thank you so much. You've blessed me more than I can even imagine. I never thought that there'd be that many people who would want one of my cookbooks. But I thank you so much. And today, I did want to do a video. And this is one that is not going to take very long to do. But Harold's mother, my mother-in-law, made the best chocolate cakes that you've ever tasted. Now, I don't know how she made her layers, and sometimes she would do a sheet cake, but she did give me her frosting recipe, and that's what I'm going to show you today. I did use a box mix to make just a yellow cake mix, and it's done, and what I will do is I'm going to go along here, and I'm going to poke holes all in it. I'll come back to that in just a minute. But the frosting that we're going to make is 2 cups of white sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Now, I'm going to mix that together just to get it in there where the sugar helps to get the cocoa that might have a little lump in it. It helps to get it out. Then you're going to add 1 cup of whole milk. And mix that. Go ahead and turn my stove on. You're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. And 1 tablespoon of butter. That's all it is. 2 cups of white sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 cup of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a tablespoon of butter. Now, we're going to bring that to a boil. Got some of it on the side of the boiler. Trying to get it in there. Okay. While that is coming to a boil, I'm going to come over here and I'm just taking the end of my wooden spoon. And I'm just poking holes. And what I do when the frosting gets ready, I'll just pour it over here. And where there's a hole, it goes down in it. Now I can remember Grandmother Garrett making sheet cakes, but she would also make layer cakes. And when she did that, when she made her layer cakes, she would cook the frosting just a little bit longer than 5 minutes, not a lot longer. And then she would put it on each layer, and the boys, her boys, she had 4 boys, they always wanted the end pieces of the cake because that's where the frosting would really drizzle over the edges. And that's what they wanted. And I'll tell you, when she taught me to do this, she said, I really don't measure anything. I just kind of dump it. And I said, well, we're going to measure it today. So that's how I got the recipe of 2 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, a cup of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a tablespoon of butter. Now I'm going to let that come to a boil, and I'm going to boil it for 5 minutes, and then we'll pour it on the cake. But while I'm letting that boil, I want to ask you again if you would share. After you watch this, share it, because the more shares we get, the more people. I'm having some people say, I'm just now finding you. And especially since I have another order of cookbooks, these people who are new will be ordering cookbooks also. So that helps me. But anyway, you're such an encouragement. When I went to my mailbox this morning, it was the first of the mail that I'd gotten ordering cookbooks with the money orders and all. And I promise you, it was a stack this high. Now, I have already entered all of that because I know that had to be mailed Saturday. So I'm trying to take the Friday and Saturday orders first, and then those that ordered Sunday and Monday. That's the only fair way I know to do it. And that's how I told you I would do it, is in the order I get the money. But anyway, we're going to pause this for just a minute, and when this has boiled 5 minutes, we'll come back. Okay, this has been boiling 5 minutes. So I'm going to take it now. It looks thin, but when you pour it and it goes into those holes, it's going to harden along what is left on the top. So if you see what I'm doing, this chocolate smells so good. It's almost like old-timey sugar fudge, not the kind that they make today with marshmallow cream, but it's so, so good. Just making sure it's going in all those little holes. And you'll be able to see that it has gone all along the edges. You can look at the edge where it's running down the side. But that is just an old-timey cake, but mine's with a cake mix, but the frosting is from scratch. And that's the kind that my mother-in-law made for her boys. And it's something you all have at home. Sugar, cocoa, milk, vanilla, and butter. So I know that you're going to enjoy that if you try it. Today, before I go, I want to tell you that I'm not commenting on the pages right now because I don't want to spend time that I could be shipping out another book. But just know that I appreciate you. You're just a blessing. And I want to tell you something that our pastor said yesterday, and it spoke to me, and I believe it's for somebody else. You know, we can become discouraged. There's people that can be oppressed or depressed because of the way the world is today. The people that are angry and everything. But he said, you look back and you remember what all God has brought you through before. I started thinking about that. And you know, He's brought us through things. I remember when my mother passed away, it was so hard, and it could be that you're having financial problems, or you could be alone, whatever. But you look back and know that God has brought you through some things, and He is the same God today. He will bring you through this. Y'all be salt and light. Keep shining for Jesus, and tell someone that you love them. And I'll be back soon.